Howdy, 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 everybody. Let's make sure that we are live and that we have audio and all the things. And today is the debut of some brand new headphones. Let's check. Do we have audio? Today is the... We got audio. All is well. Hopefully, we'll compare what the audio quality sounds like. In the meantime, let us turn on some music. Oh, wow, that is loud. There we go. That's more like it. So, today is a very exciting day, not just because we're debuting the headphones for the first time, but also because we're gonna work on the Clue Mansion. I'll admit, I don't actually, I'll admit I've made no progress so far. That's just how it is, I guess. Okay, but what we are gonna do here is we're actually gonna go through all the different mansion structures here, and we're gonna update them to include jigsaw blocks and also a sign to mark what kind of room it is. So I think black text on a pale oak sign is probably the best way to go about this. We've got a list of rooms right here. Okay. And until somebody joins and wants to play some games, we'll just be working on this for a little bit. Okay. So this is the flower room. And this is the thing that people are gonna see as they're walking down the hallway, right? Okay, they won't see the jigsaw block, hopefully, but they will see, they're walking down the hallway, they go, flower room in here. So, yeah, that's the idea behind that, and we're gonna stick a jigsaw block right there, and this is the new 1x1 A1. So, yeah, we'll use the same naming convention as the, actually, that might get confusing. Because the A1, B1, whatever else don't really seem to do anything. Okay. Let's actually just name these what they are. So this is flower room. And it's still worth labeling them as 1x1s, because that's what they are. And this will also allow us to change things as we please. Okay, this is gonna get annoying really quickly. We want 1x1 A2. Okay, let's have two different sets of structure blocks. One for saving the actual Clue Mansion, the other one for loading the traditional mansion. Okay, so this guy's the pumpkin room. There we go. Alright. And then we're gonna swap this out. This is the pumpkin room. Alright. And there we go. Okay. This is the... What room is this? This is the office. Okay. This actually has multiple possibilities for entrance. Specifically, the possibilities are here and there, by the look of it. Okay. So this is the office. So I think I want that direction to be the entrance. And yeah, that'll be that. But also this one can actually be rotated. It can be flipped around. By the way, it is so so nice that all the mansion rooms are odd by odd. Like, that is by far the most convenient thing that could possibly happen. And I am just absolutely amazed by Woodland Mansions. You know, 1.11 in general was like, that was the update that gave us Woodland Mansions, Observer blocks, and also Explorer maps, and the Illagers. Like, introduced the Illagers. Oh, it also introduced shulker boxes. It introduced, like, some legitimately game-changing things. All in was a pretty small update. Hold up. What else did it introduce? 1.11. This is Java 1.11. What did it introduce? Oh. The vulnerability. That's fun. Okay. Observers, shulker boxes, absolute game changers. Like, complete and utter game changers. Oh, it introduced the Curse of Binding and Vanishing books. It introduced... And it didn't add double villagers. I know that for a fact. Yeah, that's incorrect. Totems of Undying. I guess it added those to the creative. Yeah, it just re-added the eggs. Okay. But also added llamas, vexes, evokers, vindicators, totems of undying. Okay, that's pretty game changing. Evocation fangs. Oh, it added return portals near the end cities. Dang. And Woodland Mansions. And added do weather cycle. Added max entity cramming. Wow. That was 1.11? Holy smokes. Curse enchantments. / locate. Ooh. Yada yada yada. Ooh. Custom potion color. Huh. Interesting. Dispensers. Yeah, okay, these are pretty minor. Move some things around. Splash water bottles. Okay. So that part's not too insane. Ooh. Increase the chat size. So it goes from 100 to 256. Interesting. Oh, move some winnings from the chat to the hotbar. That was that update? Wow. Okay. Dang. Oh. Made shields block 100% of damage. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Well, hot dang. Huh. Fascinating. Yeah, 1.11 was a surprisingly big update. Like, it's kind of hard to understate just how big of a deal this update was. But yeah, that's the thing that created Woodland Mansions. And dang, this right here. Talk about an efficient update. Holy smokes. Like Woodland Mansions are probably the most impressive structure that I know of. It's pretty wild. Okay, so this one's gonna be A4. Like, they really thought these things through. It's awesome. Oh, and that's another thing we can do now that we have these structure blocks. Remove all the chests and Vindicator data blocks and whatever else. Okay. Let's see. 1 by 1 A4. So this is the... Oops. So this isn't a... This is a checkerboard room. Maybe we remove these carpet. Just to update things a little bit. Because also we need space for a jigsaw block. Oh, but actually... Yo, what's up, David the Fox? Good to see ya. Oh, you know what? We don't actually have to remove these because these jigsaw blocks can themselves turn into the proper block. Light gray carpet. That's amazing. Okay. Then we gotta label this room somehow. Let's call this the... Well, what do we actually name this room? Good to see you, David the Fox. So currently, I'm trying to figure out how to... I'll admit I have not made any progress on the Clue Mansion since the last stream. So today I think I'm gonna lay out all the structures, all the different rooms that can be placed. And we'll see if we can find a way to link them up. I don't know if we'll get around to doing that because that's going to take some research into how exactly these jigsaw blocks work. But now that I've looked at it, and yeah, jigsaws are the key to making all of this work. Oh, and new headphones just dropped. Booyah! Cat ears. So how's the audio? Does it sound okay? Yeah, it's gradually... Oh yeah, it's all coming together. I think we need to place a sign... I don't want it sticking out. You know, maybe put that here. Crisp audio. Quips? How does auto correct it to quips? Hold up. Can I do this? How do I label this room? You know what? Maybe we don't do that. Maybe we just do, we make this air, and we replace these carpets with wool. Because that's the way that the rest of the mansion works, right? Like, it's all wool. Let's just do that. Oh, but that might make some ceilings look... nah. And maybe this could be maybe this room could actually be one of the secret passageway rooms. Like, use the fact that you can, like, with this wool checkerboard, we can see the wool from below. And maybe that could somehow give us, like, maybe we can link from one room to another. That could be really cool, actually. Okay, so this will be one of the secret entrance rooms now. This is the checkerboard room. There we go. Okay. And the checkerboard... ghost block. Yeah, so I think by ghost block you mean something like this, which I've used multiple times before. Let's see if I remember the... Minecraft... Oh, whoops. Not bad. Let me just copy the code from MC Stacker. Well, items beyond item frames are held by invisible armor stats. Did not know. That's an interesting decision. I think it should be item displays. Okay, so I've used. So this is one of the big things that makes everything work. Yeah, let me. Okay. Let's summon. Okay, so this right here is a block display. It's like it's a technical block. It's one of those things that you can just pass straight through. All it does is it just displays the block, which is really cool. I've used block displays multiple times. A similar thing is item displays. We actually see item displays used everywhere in like the maps and the trains and all those sorts of things. Those are all item displays. So it wouldn't be unheard of to use block displays. And I think it might be a good idea. So, okay, so we'll have one variant that has a checkerboard room like this. And let's have a separate version, which is a checkerboard room with a secret passage. Okay. Okay, so let's load this in. So this will be with a secret passage. So with this one, let's see. A shelf. Interesting. I've yet to experiment with that, but that sounds really interesting. Okay. For secret passage purposes, maybe just this back block could be used as the secret passage. And this way we can be sure that like the you're not gonna accidentally fall in like as soon as you walk into the room, because that would be kind of weird. Ooh, a corner. That's an idea. Ooh, here's an idea. Maybe we just use this exact corner here, because oh, but then you gotta be really specific about what you fall onto. If you get unlucky, it might be bad. Okay, so maybe not the exact corner. As cool of an idea as that would be, I think maybe the exact corner is not a good idea. Or an exact edge, because some rooms have stuff on the edges, and that might be a bad thing. Post defenses. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe like this fence could be a fake block that you then fall through. But then we just have to make sure that all the other rooms have a way for you to actually properly fall into the next room. Which will be challenging, but certainly doable. Yeah, let's see. Let's place this, let's place in the block display. So this would be a birch plank. Okay, where is this going to be placed? Right there. Okay. So that means we want it at, so we want -61 exactly. 44.0 exactly. And -61. Ah, did the halfway thing. Okay. Okay, -61.0. And then what's the height of this? It is 117. There we go. Can't even tell the difference. It's just a block display, but it's a ghost block. Okay. Let's now go into here, and we need to hop into debug mode. There we go. Make sure nothing suspicious whatsoever. Okay. And then here, we need a birch fence. So let's hop into MC Stacker. Okay. And we want it to have north and south both set to true. Oh no, how is that gonna work? Oh, that's actually not a good thing. Because if the room gets rotated, the block display is not going to be rotated with it. So that's going to make the fences look really, really goofy. Okay, not a good idea. Let's keep those as actual planks. Is there a way to fall through this? Ideally, what I would want is maybe have like a... It's going to sound really dumb, but I wish there were half blocks, half slabs. Like vertical slabs. Because that would make this much easier. But also, why be easy when you can cheat? Okay. Because shelves, like, I like the fact that you mentioned shelves, David. Because shelves, you can fall through. Shelves look like vertical slabs. Exactly. Yeah, that is an idea. Okay. We put a shelf there. Do we even need this block display? Hold on. Can we just fall through that gap? This might be the end. Yes! Yes, we can fall through the gap. Okay, beautiful. Which means we can just cover up the shelf with a conveniently placed block display. It needs to be in the positive X direction. And this one's going to be a gray wool. Oh, oof. Okay, we got a little bit of Z fighting. That's what that's called. Z fighting down here is good because you can go like, what the heck is that? But it's not going to be good if... Actually, do we like it? Flynn, I don't know what that says. I don't know what that means. Mind the gap. But also, should we keep that? Because it could be a really good like visual indicator that something's up with this room. What do you think? Do you like it? I like it. That might be an important indicator that something's up with this room. Yeah, because, like, I mean, what good is a secret entrance if you can't actually find it, you know? Okay, but the reason to have the shelf is because of the hitbox. And I technically don't need any support block. Like, this is perfectly fine. You can still fall through it. The problem is that, like, then there's no indicator that there's something up with this room. So, I mean, yeah, but also you don't want it to be too secret, you know? At least some kind of visual indicator that something's up, even if it doesn't occur to you to walk through the floor or try to fall through the floor. Even if that doesn't... See, there's no shelf that matches that block, though. Even if it doesn't... Even if, like, you might look at that and go, what the heck is going on there? Like, most likely a person's gonna go, oh, that's probably just a visual glitch, Minecraft being silly. Like, I don't think too many people are gonna think to actually use that, you know? Especially if maybe I do this. Oh yeah. Then it's like, huh? Like, leads to confusion, but you're probably not gonna think, oh, I can walk through that. Like, it's not, like, it's visually indicating that something's up, but it doesn't indicate that you should try to walk through that. That's my logic? I don't know. What? The other thing is, you don't see it unless you're moving. So it's like it's like a visual only kind of thing. It looks like a bugging wall. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's just a wall bugging out. Nothing suspicious going on there at all. Okay. So we have now installed our first secret passage. And when it happens to be on the bottom floor, then you're just gonna, like, if this happens to generate on the bottom floor, well, maybe we can try to prevent it from doing that. But if it does spawn on the bottom floor, you're just gonna sink into the floor, which is fine. Yeah, we should require that room only generates on the second or third floors. Okay, there we go. That's the thing. Okay, so we can fall straight downwards. Beautiful. Okay, next room. Okay. So that's A4. Do we have an A5? Yes. Okay. This was the White Tulip Sanctuary. Okay, there we go. Nope. White Tulip Sanctuary. Maybe TPS to take you to the top floor if it's on the bottom. Ooh. Maybe? I like the way you think, David. My only issue with that is it's not intuitive. Like, we don't want things to happen randomly to a player. Like, if we're gonna have something that teleports a player to the top, there should be a clear indicator that that's what that room does. That's more of a user interface kind of thing at that point. Like, technically I can make a command that does that, but we want things to be intuitive, right? That's part of game design, is trying to make things intuitive. Sometimes you succeed, sometimes you don't. And it's just a matter of trying to balance out intuition with fun. I mean, that's why I made a whole video about, yeah, it is a secret tunnel, but also I think we should find a different way to go up. I like the way you think, but let's find a different way. Okay. So that's 5. Is there an A6? No. Okay. So this is where the B1s start. What exactly separates the A's from the B's? Okay, so this one's the birch arch room. Oh, and the entrance is over here, I presume. And it could also be over here. Oh, this is another one of those 4-directional things. Okay, let's maybe have the entrance over here. Just because the that way you look at the sign and you go birch arch room. Oh, because it's a birch arch. But if there's a basement and you have to click a laundry suit thing, it works like Monopoly jail. Huh. Okay, that could be an interesting idea. Huh. I like that idea. We'll see how to implement it. Okay, so that does mean that falling to the floor is a possibility, but that also means we'll have to build a basement, which is fine. Okay, we'll figure it out. Okay, so this one's B1. This is the birch arch room. Okay. Let's look at B2. This is the small dining room. Okay. Small dining room. There we go. Oh, we should have lanterns hanging from this. Copper lantern. Mayhaps. That doesn't fit. That doesn't fit the vibes. Regular lantern? Yeah, that's better. Lantern. Probably using stronghold stuff for the basement. Ooh. I like that. A chain with the lantern. I kind of like the lantern just hanging from the fence. Okay, we'll workshop it. This is why we're laying out the structure blocks here, because that's exactly what this is. It's a workshop. It's basically the structure workshop, and we can work with that. So this is the small dining room. Ooh, we do need to bump up the size of this stuff. 11. Yeah, okay, so this is where things start getting a little bit tricky, because the heights might do something weird. So this... Oh, that's what the A1, B1 are. They're saying how tall the room is. Oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. Okay. Aw. Oh, that really sucks. But that makes so much sense. Because the second floor is taller, it has a higher ceiling. So you can fit different rooms there. Yo, that makes so much sense. Okay. Okay. In that case, yeah, so A rooms can fit in either the first, second, or third floors, but the B rooms have to fit on the second or third floors. Yo. Okay. Okay. That means we should be using we should use that same naming convention then. Because that makes sense. Wow. Brainwave. Okay. Clue. Mansion. Okay. Will there be no roof? Yeah, yes, there will be a roof. It's just these rooms are just the interiors. I'll have to figure out something with the windows because we don't want the player to be able to see outside the mansion. And we've got to give them a reason not to be able to see outside. We'll figure that out. That's actually what we're going to figure out today. Okay, but then the important bit is that this is a B room. The small dining room is a B room. The The checkerboard room is an A room. The checkerboard room with secret is a B room. Ayo. Actually, we can make it an A room and no. We'll call it a B room for now. Like, it has to go on the second or third floors. We'll figure out a better way to do that. Bit of bushes and a stone wall. That's I like that. Okay. Flower room is an A room. The office is an A room. The pumpkin room is an A room. The White Tulip Sanctuary is an A room. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I had no idea this was a convention, but it totally is, and it totally makes sense. Holy smokes. Okay. Man, I'm getting more and more impressed with the Mojang developers as I do this. Like, I don't know. Say what you will about some of the modern updates, which I'll admit I'm not too impressed by them. But like, some of the decisions are absolutely incredible. That's a B room. This is an A room. This is a B room. This is a B room. Signs for wooded windows. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, yeah, this is a B room. That makes so much freaking sense. Holy smokes. Okay. Holy smokes, okay. Ah! Yay! There's no an OG Minecraft developers working on Project Zomboid. I don't know what that is, but that sounds awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go refill my tea. BRB. It's a realistic zombie survival game. You would like it. Sounds interesting. Okay. I'll admit, I'm the only game I really play is actually just Minecraft. And that's primarily because I don't really have much time to put into any other game. So, yeah. But that sounds really cool. That also explains why it always has the position prepared, because you need a taller room. Yo. Okay. So this B3 is the single bedroom. Okay. This is small dining room. This is a B room, and it's the single bedroom. Yo. We're discovering all kinds of cool stuff here. Matching carpet over the pillows. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like this? Yeah. Alright. Single bedroom. Let's see. And then B4. Yep, there's a B number. B4. This is the library, or the single library specifically. Okay. Okay. small library. Okay. And this is also a B room. Okay, and is the last of the B rooms. Small library. This is the last of the B rooms in this collection of the 1x1 rooms. There isn't even a carpet on the floor. I don't think there's carpet on the floor in any of the libraries. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, because back in 1.11, there weren't chiseled bookshelves. And this could be used to open a secret passageway. The chiseled bookshelves. That would be so cool. Okay. I don't have any... Okay. Let's add that as an option. So we'll have okay, chiseled bookshelf. There we go. In fact, we can replace all these bookshelves with chiseled bookshelves. Redstone magic. Yep. We can, of course, put really funny books in here. I think that'd be fun. And do keep in mind, people in adventure mode will be able to interact with these books. So... Or they will be able to interact with these bookshelves. Okay. We want books. There we go. And we can change the aesthetics of this as we please. This is just a preliminary. Okay, there we go. Multiple side like a normal bookshelf. Yeah, fair. But also this is more realistic, I guess. Okay. And we definitely gotta have a secret passageway with this one. Okay. We'll have to figure out how to make that work. But yeah, this would be cool. To be figured out. Yeah, maybe this kind of bookshelf would be a really good way. Like, I think in the Clue movie there is a bookshelf set up like that, where like you like remove a book in order to open a secret passageway. Let's see. Ooh, interacts with the shelf, falls to the floor. That's a good one. Let's do that. Beautiful. David the Fox, you are amazing. I love the way you think. Okay. This will be small library with secret. Okay. So, to make this work, I think we actually need the bookshelves to go all the way to the ground. Let's see. Now I don't remember if this is a thing, so we're gonna do some experimenting with some redstone magic. Oh, but then you're gonna be able to see the observer from way up there. Whatever. The real question is, does this actually work? Okay. Yes, it does. Okay, beautiful. Doesn't matter what book you remove, You can remove any book and it does the thing. Okay. So then, ooh, we go over here. We have a piston here. Oh no, we don't. Let's not do that. Instead, nah, you know what should be done instead? Then we don't need the bookshelves to go all the way to the ground. Okay. Let's see if we can set up a repeating command block right here. And what we want to test for, what we want to check is... Nope, nope, nope. There's not enough space there. Oh, maybe there is. Actually, there is enough space. Because observers are magic. Just like 1.11 is a magical update. Okay, never mind. We don't need repeating command blocks because those will be lagging. Let's use observer, observer up, and then a command block. Oh, but we wanted to toggle states. Okay. Let's do this. Classic setup. We'll have a sticky piston there. Oh, but then you need to take a command block. How do we do this? Interacts with the shelf, falls to the floor. That's what we want. Okay. I think we do need to use repeating command blocks for this. Okay. So we're going to do execute if block function. What? Okay. If block of here 44, 123, -1. -110. So 44, 123 minus 110. If that block of birch shelf, what kind of shelf is this actually? Chiseled bookshelf, never mind. Chiseled bookshelf has slot 0 occupied equal to false, then we're going to teleport the nearest player. Actually, no. Whatever player... any player who is currently holding a book. There we go. Okay, we'll introduce a new function then. Tag equals player. If items entity at s container.star contains a book, then we run the function clue zmap or zmansion secret bookshelf. Okay, and then we can do some fun stuff with this. What about the book and the weapons? Oh, shoot. Yep. Okay. We gotta do something special with that. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Yeah, yep. Yep. Okay. Let's be specific about this. So, secret bookshelf. What kind of things do we want it to do? Okay. So this is secret bookshelf, that empty function. Let's have this one go, let's have different options for up, left, forward, up, down, forward, left, right? Okay. Okay, so let's have this book have a specific property. Say maybe item name equal to, actually no. We'll have custom data. That's how we keep track of all of this. And then if it's the book says to teleport up, then we do that. Okay. And then we also want this to be positive Z direction. So we want to make this command block, we want to allow this command block to work anywhere. Tilde 1. Set this to always active. This way, this command block will always be running. Okay. So then in the... Okay. So now let's construct this function. Look at that, we're programming our first function. Okay. So we're gonna do, oh shoot, how do we replenish those books? Yeah. Shoot. That'll certainly make things complicated. Or if it respawns, multiple players could get defeated. Yeah. Yeah. Shoot. Okay, so maybe we don't do multiple directions. This particular secret bookshelf can only teleport you in one direction. Okay, so we'll just have the one thing. This bookshelf will only teleport you in one direction, because otherwise it's going to be too hard to replenish. Okay. So that means we need... Hold up. Do we have a book in the collection of weapons? Oh, it's a book and... people are already going to be using book and quills. I guess this book and quill can be a different thing. Are there any other books we can use? Knowledge books! Hold up. Knowledge books! Yes! Yes! Okay, there we go. Call this thing the Death Note. And this cannot be placed in the shelf or anything like that. Let me just confirm that. But now we can use books. Yeah, I know. I'm getting there. Okay. Can you place a knowledge book into a chiseled bookshelf? No! Poop. Okay. Dang it. Okay. That sucks. Okay. Okay. Never mind. That didn't work quite as well as I thought it would. And you put enchanted books into it. Okay, but this would be still good as a death note. Because you can't open that into anything. Paper. Can you put some paper in it? A chisel bookshelf. You cannot. Okay, paper it is then. Yeah, but the whole point of a death note is that it was a book. Actually, this could be really diabolical. I can retexture things. We can retexture this netherite axe to look like a book and call it a death note. And since it's an axe, it'll actually function as a death note, which I think would be really, really funny. Okay. Okay, let's... I know that's a thing. Okay. Give me a netherite... netherite axe. We want an item model. We want item model to be Minecraft... what was it? Book and Quill? Oh, but that would imply you can write it in. No. That's going to be too confusing. Let's call it a book. It'll look like a book, and then we shall give it... we're not going to give it enchantments. What instead we're going to do is give it attribute modifiers. Ooh, there we go. In this case, the attribute modifier, this thing will turn you into One Punch Man. That's what I just said. Okay. Where's the strength? What do you have strength? Attack damage, there we go. Amount, 300. If it's in your main hand, make it hidden. And then also, entity interaction range will be 30. Oh no, sound's cutting out. No! VP needs to turn off. No! That's part of the fun. Okay, hidden. There we go. Command block to give me this thing. And now, this is a death note. It's a netherite axe, and which doesn't have anything else. Oh, we need to call it a death note. Hold up. Let's call it item name. Item name, death note. There we go. Death note. There we go. Okay. And now, this thing is going to be pretty gnarly. Check this out. Let's, strongest thing we have, a word in. Oh, that's gonna be fun. So, with this in hand, you can go... Now, let's make it full. Let's make it a one-shot. Okay. So, you can basically nuke people from orbit. I think that would be really, really funny. Okay, this is way too much fun. This is the death note, which actually functions as a death note. Okay. Okay, let's place the command block there. So the death note's actually functional, which would be really, really funny. Okay, there we go. I've yet to decide if the players are actually going to be walking around with the weapons. That will be TBD. But the point is, that can no longer be placed in a chiseled bookshelf, which means I can use books to my heart's content. Which means we don't actually need this. Book. There we go. Okay. And then we gotta do, we need to have a chain command block here, which is set to conditional, which will then replace that thing. So we gotta do data merge block tilde 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 1 and -1. Data merge block. My one worry is that this isn't actually going to work. Let's see. This is a chiseled bookshelf. And we're gonna place a book back in that first slot. Oh, we want all the slots to be occupied. Hold on. Data get block u items 0 okay, so we can modify that. We want data modify items.0 set value, and we just set the value. There we go. Oh, we do call it slot 0b. Okay. Very well. We'll just take this and stick that right there. Data modify block that. Item 0 set value. 0. Okay, there we go. Okay. And then in the function for TP forward, we're going to say activated. Okay. Let's reload and let's see if this works. Here we go. Oop. Nope. That has slot 0 occupied. Okay, so it should be positive X direction. So that should be correct. And then it'll execute as the player, who then has a book in their hand, to then activate that command, which is zoom mansion secret block TP forward. Blue. Okay. Okay, what if we just did this? What if we stuck this conditional inside the function? Or alternatively, okay. we're gonna do unless items run return 0. This will execute as the player who removed the book. Okay. And then that allows us to then delete this. Oh, because I'm not tagged as a player. Okay. Predicate equals clue in dimension. There we go. Ah! Okay. So that also confirms another thing, which is that it does not replenish the book. Okay. Let's fix that. There we go. Okay. Okay, so that means we also need a thing here. We do that, and then if you're not a player, then also return 0. But in any case, it should clear you of any book. Okay. Cool. Now, why? Imagine the secret version has a different flower in the pot. Okay, that could be an idea. Swap out this flower with something else. How about an open eye blossom? Yeah, there we go. Okay. How do we get this to work? Do conditional command blocks just not working? Okay. Let's try this. Oh. Wait, that did that work? Oh, it doesn't. What? What is happening? I do not understand. Maybe it's data block. Maybe just data modify doesn't do what you expect it to do. Okay. Let's do something else then. Okay. Let's just directly place all the books back. Okay. Okay, so that's just placing back exactly that same bookshelf, just with all the books still there. Let's see if that does something. Okay. So we do data merge block. That. Okay. Let's try this. Nope. Still doesn't do it. Okay. How do you place the thing back then? Ooh, okay, this actually helps a lot. There we go. How do you do that then? Because I want to place the book back. You have to break and replace the whole thing. It's gonna be annoying. And let's try that. I really hope that's not the only solution, but I guess we'll try it. Set block. A chiseled bookshelf, which has all the slots occupied. This will be facing... shoot, we're gonna have the facing problem again. That's gonna be annoying. Okay. But would it at least work? Apparently data merge doesn't work. Okay. Okay. Does this work? Okay. So that does work. It's just going to be really annoying. Specify a direction. What happens if we don't? Ah. And then you can't interact with it. Dang it. Okay. I mean, this gets the job done. But it's not good. That's not a good solution. Because now it's directional. And I don't like that. Oh. Okay, and conditional blocks don't work. Okay. MC Stacker is a website, mcstacker.net, that allows you to generate commands with a nice with a nice thing here. So it's got a nice graphic interface that you can go like, oh, I want this, and that property. It's really, really cool. It's what I use all the time for my commands. One reason why I'm keeping the window so small is because normally MC Stacker plays a ton of ads, but for some reason when the sizing is this small, it doesn't. So yeah. Okay. So, apparently, okay, so I don't think this is gonna work because the only option is to either have this room directional, which is lame, or we just don't have the secret at all. I guess it's worth having this particular kind of secret room. It's just gotta be... No, but that's gonna be such a pain to program, because, I mean, ideally I wouldn't have to worry about that, because, like, the structure blocks would just rotate things as they need to be. But if it can't be, like, the whole point is that this mansion shouldn't be directional. But if it is directional, that kind of ruins the whole point. Oh, this is gonna suck. I think we have to scrap this idea. As much as it pains me, it was worth a shot, okay? But the fact that it's directional, and you have to specify the direction inside this command block, which you cannot change with the structure block. Just, ugh. I'm sorry, David. It was a really, really cool idea. But sadly, I think it's just not doable. Until we can find a better solution, much as it saddened me to do that, I don't see any other way. So unfortunately, boring old library. Oh, but that does also mean that we don't have to worry about the chisel bookshelves anymore. Also, I think that experiment was worth it for the sole purpose of making the Death Note actually functional. So, yeah. Yeah, so as much as it makes me sad, unfortunately, this is the only way. Okay. Was worth a try. It was worth a try. And yes, we spent a lot of time on that, but it was worth it. It's never a waste to attempt something and discover it doesn't work. And no, that's not just copium. That's not just that's not just copium from the fact that Cripple Mr. Onion is still not done, despite the fact that I've been working on it for 3 years. Okay. Here we go. Wait, that's the one we just did. B4. Okay. Do we have a B5? Ooh. Okay. So this is B5. And it's got a bunch of alliums in here. Okay, we can't have that. Okay. Allium room. I believe that's what this one's called. Let's check. Yes. Okay. This guy's the allium room. That's the allium room. Oh, wait a minute. This could be an A room. Okay, let's call it that then. It's an A room. Done. Why is that a B room? I do not understand. There's no reason for it. Okay. Deleting that. Don't need it. Okay. Yeah, we don't need that to be a B room. We can just make it an A room. Okay, perfect. It's a short enough room that we can pull it off. Okay, cool. There's no meaningful thing you can do with cauldrons, so should be fine. But if not, we can always remove the cauldron. Okay, beautiful. Snow cones. That's what this song is called. I like this song. Okay. Is there a B6? I don't believe so. Not available. Okay. So in that case, we have officially run out of the 1x1 rooms. So here they all are. And from here we shall proceed with the 1x2 rooms. Okay. So this is 1x2A1. And now if we know... Oh. It's going to be placed like that. That's fine. Okay. Okay, so let's now swap out our things in the hotbar. Okay. So this is 1x2 A1. And we'll delete all those commands there. We should make that banner something interesting. Okay. And then, okay. And then we're gonna call this clue mansion 1x2A. This is the gray banner room. Okay, that's what this guy's called. Okay, because it's an A-type room. And then we should make that... Ooh, okay. This is where we start being able to pick and choose where the, I don't know what a J on it. Oh, like JavaMonk, yeah. Okay. This is the banner room. Yeah, we gotta center it here, right? No, actually. There it is. So the entrance to this guy's going to be over here. There's no other option. Okay, so that actually gives us some restrictions on where these 1x2s can actually be placed. Okay. Let's see if we can make a J flag. Or a J banner. Let's look at Minecraft banners. Nope. Never mind, we can't do that. Let's go into /give. See if we can give me a banner. Globe? Oh, globe banner pattern. Okay. Red banner. Okay. And then banner patterns. Oh. Miners need cool issues. Interesting. Okay. If you walk through the banner, you fall to the cobble wall. Ooh, I like that. I like the way you think, David. Okay. So we want this to be a red banner. Red banner, green font. Let's do that. How do we make it a J? Spiral. Snout and globe. Ah, shit. These are actually really restrictive. Okay. There we go. There's a J. Planet density has banner pattern. Okay, that's a J. Okay. Let's put a border around it. There we go. J. Planet. Get a letter banner. Gamer Geeks. Did I find you a human? I am not human. I am a cat. Wow. Ooh, I like this one better. Okay. Okay, so we want the base color to be red and the pattern to be green. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay. Gimme. Cool. Okay, so let's call this... Yep, that's the banner room. Here's J. Anything that's up here? Nope, that must stop. Okay. J. And let's do an M. There we go. JM. Okay. And then we make it so you can fall through the cobblestone if you just walk through. That's a good idea. Okay. So this will be the banner room. Not a great banner room anymore. It's just a banner room. Okay. This is now the banner room, and we shall have a second banner room, which is the secret entrance one. The version that has a secret entrance. Okay. With secret. This will be a type B, because it's, once again, for... Actually... A lot of these secret entrances involve falling downwards. Well, actually, we only have one secret entrance thus far. We should have one that goes up. And I think this would be a good place to do that. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Reverse banner colors in the secret version. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's just load the... Oh, this is a banner room. Okay. And then we'll call a banner room with a secret. And as I was in the bathroom, I thought, oh, we actually have the ability to boost people already using slime blocks. So the only question is, does this actually work? Well, we'll need a way for players... We'll need to have all the other secret entrances line up here. Actually, do we? Because the thing is, the secret entrance over here is already in the corner there. So in order for those secret entrances to line up, we would need the slime block to be here. Which isn't a bad thing, I guess. But it would basically force the secret on the bottom to line up with the secret on top. And I don't know if that's a viable thing. I like the idea of teleporting up before. Yeah, unfortunately, I think that might be the only way to make this actually work. As cool of an idea as that would be, Although, you know what? We could also just have this be just a staircase. Yeah, no need to reinvent the wheel. Not this time. We just have this be a staircase up to... yeah. There we go. We could just have this be a staircase going all the way up. And then when we get to about here and you start bumping into the ceiling, that's when you go whoop, up to the top. I think that'd be cool. And that's nice and intuitive as to what exactly this staircase does. And yes, it'll look like it'll be going into the floor, but that's fine. Okay, I also like the idea of reversing the color scheme. Let's do that. Let's grab a J. J, and there's the M. There we go. Okay. And then with this, let's see. So then we gotta hide a command block somewhere here. Oop. Oh no. Okay. Where do we hide the command block to make this work? Okay, so not there, obviously. That was a bad idea. Okay. Where to play? Ooh, right here. That's a good place. Okay. So this repeating command block is what will allow for the player to actually, like, basically walk through the ceiling. So how is that gonna work? And see, the problem is that there's no room on the back. Okay, I think I thought of something. Okay, so it's 59, 120. Oh shoot! But then that's gonna be traditional. Okay. Okay. Let's do... You know what I could do? String. The ultimate thing that makes all observer things work. Because when someone's standing inside the string, it sets the state to powered. Okay. And now we can also make it directional. So only this one piece of string is going to activate the secret thing. Okay. We need powered true. Okay. And that allows us to place a repeating command block here and test for that. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So we're gonna do actually position. Oh, I can do execute position. Never mind, I don't need string. Ha! I don't need string. I can just do this. Haha! Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, that's brilliant. Minus 110. There we go. Positioned there. Run. Execute as at A. Predicate equals clue in dimension. Distance equals 1. Run TP. Execute at S. Run TP at S. Up just a couple blocks. Okay. I do want to kill switch for this guy. Okay. 55, 118, 106, just in case this thing puts me in repeater command block jail. No, need it here actually. Just in case I get placed into repeating command block jail. Let's see. Whoop. Yo! Okay. Let's maybe expand the radius just a smidge. So you walk up the staircase and whoop. There we go. Okay. Brilliant. This works. And it doesn't stick you in repeating command block jail. Woo! Okay. Alright. Now this is a secret entrance. Okay, there we go. So now, all you gotta go is whoop, and then you just shoot up to the top of to the next floor. Let's maybe stick a. Let's maybe put an arrow, just to indicate the fact that hey, this is a thing you can do. So I want a player head of profile, MHP, arrow up. Oh, is it MHP or MFE? Nope. What the heck is the... MHF, there we go. And it's capitalized, okay. MHF, arrow up. There we go. Oop. Okay, there we go. Just a little indicator that hey, this is a thing you can do. You can go up. Okay, there we go. Now that's a secret entrance. Okay. Whoop. Yay! Okay, sweet. So we have a banner room, and we have a banner room with a secret. Okay, beautiful. Okay, next room. Okay. That's A1. Let's do 1x2 A2. This is the wheat field, I believe. Okay. Let's close that, shrink that, that. Okay, back to here. So this is the wheat farm. Okay. Well, it doesn't look like a wheat farm right now, so we should bone meal these, obviously. Looks like this didn't hydrate properly. So let's fix that. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Cool. That's our wheat field. And it has a little study, so that makes things really cute. Okay. So this is the wheat farm. Okay. This has 3 blocks on the side. That has 3 blocks on the side, so this should also have 3 blocks on the side. The wheat farm is over here with entrance right there. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's save this guy. So this is the wheat farm. There we go. There could even maybe be an entrance over here. We'll figure that out. Okay. We'll figure that out once we actually start implementing the jigsaw blocks. Because currently this is purely just laying out the aesthetics of each room, and it's not quite going to be functional yet, because I still need to do some research into how exactly to make that work. Okay, let's delete that. Ooh, lava. That's fun. Why is this anvil damaged? Why is this anvil damaged? Should be a real anvil. Thank you. Okay. Shoot, that's gonna make things complicated. Okay. So this place is the forge. Okay. Cool. Okay. Okay. This is 1x2. It's an A room. And this is the forge. Okay. Cool. Let's see. That's A2. Let's do A. No, that was A3. Let's do. Right? That was A3? Yes. Okay, let's do A4 next. Ah, the sapling room. Alright, delete this chest. You don't want players storing stuff in chests. Ooh. The carpet's gonna make this great. Okay, so let's replace the carpet with wool, just like we did before. Okay. Because for technical reasons, we're going to need to do that. This is the sapling. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's the sapling. Boom. Okay. Cool. So that's that. Okay. And then next room. That's A5. Yeah, that was A4. Next one will be A5. Ah, the wool pile room. Is there usually a chest hidden here? Let's see. No? Okay, guess not. That's okay. Classic wool pile room. Yep, that works. There we go. And there we go. Okay. This is the wool pile room. Very nice. Okay. I guess we can just continue that. Actually, no. Let's make a grid. Okay. There we go. That was A5. Let's now do A6. Ah, the tree room. No axes allowed. What is this wall? Okay, nice little tree. This one's the tree room, right? Or the small tree room or something like that? The tree chopping room. Okay. Okay, so I think the engine's supposed to be over here. The small tree room. So we shall call this one. Okay. There we go. And go. Small tree room. Excellent. Alright. Okay. And then over here, so that was A5 or 6. That was A6. Okay. Here's A7. Ah, the mushroom. Oh. No chests. We can do something really silly with this. Okay, let's first place our thing. This is the mushroom. Get it? Because mushrooms. I made the same joke in my adventure map. And it was equally hilarious there as well. Definitely did not get exhausting. Okay. Ooh, and we can include all kinds of other functions here too. Oh, but it won't fit on coarse dirt. That's what this place is, right? It's A7. Yeah, it's supposed to be the mushroom farm. Also known as the mushroom. Okay, so we need to replace this dirt with podzol. Yeah. And possibly some kind of nether dirt thing. Oh, crimson fungus works there. Okay. Okay. So we need all the different types of mushrooms here. Because why not? Warp fungus and ground mushroom. Let's just do one of these. Scatter these across. Try not to Trying to make them too much the same. Go. Okay, how many of each do we have? Okay, so first of all, this is a 3 by 3, 6, 7 plot. Okay, so that's 21 blocks in total. We should have 5 of each mushroom plus 1 extra. Okay. Just red there. The brown one over here. It's 3, 4, 5. And we have 4 and 5. Yeah. 5 there we go. And then the 1 extra. We can do something fun with that one. What's a fun mushroom thing? Is it a picture pot? Torchflower. Hey, why not? Alright, torchflower. There we go. Okay, so this one's the mushroom. I am hilarious. Okay. Maybe we can even have a thing where every time you walk in, it just plays a sound. That might get exhausting though. It's not. Okay. There's a murder happened in the mushroom. That'd be really funny. Okay, there we go. That's the mushroom. Let's now go here. Okay. So that was 1 by 2 A7. This is gonna be A8. Hey. There we go. What's this? Indicator. Okay. Ooh, very nice. Oh no. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. That one requires a wall in order to wall it off. Fine. Okay, I guess. Let's place a barrier. Go. Go. Okay, there we go. So this is the pumpkin and melon farm. There we go. This is pumpkin and melon farm. There we go. Okay. Next. So far, no real ideas are coming in for any kind of secret entrances or secret rooms anywhere. But those will come. Oh, storage. This is where things start getting difficult. Do we remove the storage? Actually, I don't think we need to. Because we could instead just make this chest non-functional. Okay. The entrance to this thing needs to be over here. This one's the small storage room, I believe. Okay, there we go. And we need to make all these chests not functional. So to do that, we're gonna give we're going to turn all these into locked chests. Okay. So please give me a chest, which has nothing in it, but which has a lock. And this lock is going to be a goat horn. That doesn't work. So specifically we want the secret card. So that's the I believe that's call. Is that the secret card one? I forget. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's call. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, cool. Excellent. Okay. So that is the chest. Okay. So this allows us to lock the chests. That way they can't actually be used, which is going to be very important. Because we don't want players putting away their cards, otherwise that is definitely going to break things. Oh, actually, I hadn't thought of this. What if one side is locked but the other side isn't? Oh, it locks both. That's good. Okay. That's that. And we're going to lock up all these chests. There we go. Alrighty. And that is the storage room complete. Or the small storage room. That was A9. This is a small storage room. Alrighty. So that's that. 5 and 1 down. Okay. And then is there an A10? There is not. Okay. So this is where the B's begin. Wait, what? This isn't a B. This is a B1. This is an A1. Okay. Okay, cool. And nothing there. Okay, cool. So this one's the small jail cell, I believe. Oh, and this one has an actually unique entrance. Okay, this one's the small jail. Okay. Small jail. And we can also make this one a secret entrance. Okay. I actually wrote here that the small jail should be an entrance up a secret passageway to go up a floor. So I think the way that this is going to work is involving climbing inside the cauldron. I think should be the way that this works. Okay, so to make this actually functional, we'll... Alright. And that is the end live stream alarm about to... Well, it is currently going off. Let's see. So what we want to do here, we do want to make this a different kind of trapdoor, I think. Okay, let's maybe make it a dark oak trapdoor. There we go. So basically you climb inside this cauldron that sinks you in here, like that. And then, okay. Here's how we'd make this work. So this should allow you to back up into the wall, I think. Okay. So we just hide a command block right here. So we're gonna do execute positioned. Now that we have that cool new execute command, we're on 68, 107, 119. Run execute as. What's up, Agent X? Right now, we're actually about to end soon. We'll be, but I'll stay on to play some games if you would like. I'm building Clue, so yeah. Okay, can I detect if a player is crouching? Let's see. Offline. Okay. Because that's... Oh, we can just detect that this trapdoor is closed. Okay. 108. There we go. Okay. Pardon more. Yeah. Okay, I'll explain what's going on here once I do this. If block there is a dark oak trapdoor, which is open equals false, run execute as at A, predicate equals clue in dimension, distance equals maybe 0.5, then say hi. Okay. So, okay, so let's see here. Hey, there we go. Okay, so it can detect if you've climbed inside the toilet, at which point it should teleport the player this way. Actually, no. This should go upwards, I think. Okay. At S, run TP at S, up by 11 blocks. Okay. Okay, this is the secret. Ah, poop, and I already made the non-secret version. Okay. Okay. I got too excited about the secret entrance and made it already functional. Oops. There we go. Okay. And then small jail without the secret is gonna not have that repeating command block and not the trapdoor. There we go. Okay, so, Braveheart / Agent X. So, Clue takes place in a mansion, and Minecraft already has a generated woodland mansion structure. So, we're going to be directly piggybacking off of that, and we're going to have all the rooms be customizable. We're going to have some secret entrances inside these rooms, and this is something that we figured out in the last stream that we can do. And this will be the collection of all the different weapons that can be used. So we have the classic ones. We have the mace, trident, TNT, end crystal, yada yada. We have the laser. And then emotional damage, that being the hyper potions lava chicken. Dripstone, wood sleeping with the fishes. Caught hacking, push down the stairs, poisonous potato. Splash damage, tickled to death, head blown with redstone, went off with a bang, a bell landing on them, an anvil, the stonecutter chair grew too big, drowned, snow whited, replaced that with a spear when it comes out, had a bone to pick, scaffolding accident, aw man, I missed music, oh well. Aw man, given a bad haircut, the death note, couldn't believe it's not butter, locked in a room, defenestrated, was lied to, soul lantern, had to face the music, name was too long because it's wax lightly weathered cut copper stairs, allergic to flowers, ended up in a pickle, punched, turned into a statue, and egg. So those are the different weapons, the different murder weapons that could be used. Include. Yep. There's a difficulty. Well, okay. The way that this is actually gonna work is that the different there's also a lot of rooms. So what's gonna happen is each game there's only gonna be maybe 5 or 6 actually in play. Same way with the rooms, there's only going to be maybe 5 or 6 rooms actually in play at any given time. That's the idea. The mansion's going to be huge and it's going to have lots of places to explore, but the actual cards that you're given, there's not going to be 50 different. Like there's 42 different rooms. There's not going to be 42 different cards at during all the games. That would be absurd. Yeah. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. Okay. Okay. So this was. You know what? We'll just keep going. Unless, Braveheart, would you like to play some games? We have A6. Oh, we're starting with the B ones. Okay. And I also recently discovered that the Mojang developers are absolute geniuses because, so the first and second floors have different ceiling heights, and they named the different structures based on that ceiling height, except, although the genius seemed to have run out at this point. But yeah, they named it based on what height, what kind of spacing they need, which is pretty awesome. Oh, this is B2. So it's another jail here. Yeah, they were geniuses until they weren't. But still, it's like, because the different rooms have different heights, and you have two different options for heights. So, yeah, they actually named them based on how much space is there, which is pretty awesome. Okay, and then also one of the secret entrances is here. You have the Z fighting right here, which indicates to you that something's up with this floor. Turns out you can fall through that floor. So yeah. What the heck is B2 or B1? What the heck is that room? The Redstone Jail. That's a bad name. This one's officially going to be called the Long Jail. Okay. This is the Long Jail. Okay. So this is the Long Jail with the secret access point. This will be the Long Jail without the secret entrance point. And the Small Jail is... Do we want the secret entrance point for this guy? I don't know. Okay. And this one can actually have multiple different entrances. So this is the Small Jail. And this can fit in a small area, so this will have ceiling type A. So this is Small Jail. There we go. And then this guy has the particular... Do I want this to have a secret entrance? Nah. That's fine. Not all the jails have to have secret entrances. Okay. And, best part is, because this is the workshopping area, we can always add secret entrances if we really wanted to. Okay. So this is the small jail. And it's room type A, which also means we're not going to have a small jail with secrets. I can go away. There we go. Okay, cool. And now let's go over here. 5. Okay. So that's B2. B3. Ah, the arches. I don't want to know what that was. But I guess this is the arch room. Oh, what is this room actually officially called? B3 is the arch room. Yeah, I guess that's a good descriptor. Okay. So this is the arch room. And it's supposed to have an entrance over here. Okay. So these jigsaw blocks right here are the way that we're going to end up linking these rooms together with their hallways and their entrances and whatever else. I do need to look into how that works, because I currently don't know how to make that actually work. But in theory, those are the blocks that are actually going to make it functional. So that'll be super cool. So we'll have a procedurally generated mansion that every time you play the game, it's going to be a different mansion with different rooms and different weapons, different things. So that'll hopefully make it really replayable. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. This should be B4. Yeah, we listed this one as a... We listed the arch room as a skipped room just because I couldn't figure out... Well, actually, no, it was like that. Okay, what am I talking about? Okay, B4. Go. Ah, the winding staircase. Yeah, okay. So we'll remove that. And this one will also have a secret entrance. So this is winding staircase. And this is a type A room. Okay. And then we're going to have a version with a secret entrance. Because this of all things just really lends itself to having a secret entrance. Okay. Winding staircase. Oh, and we don't have a graveyard. Okay. So this is winding staircase with a secret. And the secret is a terrible secret. Turns out this is actually a staircase to go up a floor. There we go. And then we can do the same thing as we did before, where once you wind around and around and around. Okay, so this is the entrance right here. So this is the winding staircase. Okay. With the entrance specifically being over here. Okay. But this one has the secret where you can go up a floor. Save that and save that. And this... Okay, so the way that we're going to make this secret entrance work is... Those blocks. We're going to have a repeating command block right under here. Which then moves you up a floor. Okay, so we're going to do execute as at n. Predicate equals clue in dimension. Type equals player. Distance equals 1. Run execute at S, run TT at S, go up 5 blocks. There we go. Oh, and we gotta make that a always active. There we go. So you'll be walking around this winding staircase, and you go la 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 la, and why the heck not? Ugh. Okay, let's try that again. La 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 la. What? What part of always active are you missing? Oh, I guess it does. Okay. Okay, let's make sure it doesn't warp you if you're over here. Not even if you're over here. Good. Okay. Nope, it only does that there. Good. Okay. Let's actually maybe scoot this guy back a bit. Okay. Okay, let's maybe scoot that back a block. That way you actually have to intentionally walk up the staircase. There we go. Okay, perfect. So there's our secret winding staircase with a secret entrance. With a secret passageway. Yeah, the fun part about making a mansion like this is you can have secret entrances all over the place. Which is exactly the point. That's the whole point of making things fun. Okay. So that was, what, B4? Okay, so let's in B5. The Illager head. Okay. That is a choice. That's a really long hallway, though. Okay. So this is the Illager head. Okay. So the entrance to this guy can be over here. This is the Illager headroom. Okay. So that's that. There we go. And then, okay, so that was B5, so B6, not a thing. Okay, and then they start naming things C1, and then things stop making sense. Wait, what? Oh, position prepared. Yeah, there we go. Now we get to the taller ones. Okay. So, oh, that's why they split things into C and D. But for some reason, they refuse to use double-digit letters. That's a very strange decision, but okay. Okay, so this guy is going to be... This is a B-type room. So this is a medium dining room. So we're going to go here. Medium dining room. There we go. There we go. Okay. That's the medium dining room. And then 3, 5. I like this song. The song called The Glory Days. I don't know. It's a fun one. And we need to expand this upwards to 11 blocks. There we go. Wait a second. Wait just one gosh darn hoot second. This could be an A-type room. Why did they increase the ceiling size? That's so unnecessary. Okay, we'll make that an A-type room then. Goodbye. Okay, what's this guy? The double bedroom also does not have to be that tall. Okay. This is the double bedroom. Okay. This is the double bedroom. Okay. Oops. Did not mean to throw that away. Okay. Nice and simple. This guy over here. Oops. Nice and simple. C3. That this also doesn't have. Yep. Also doesn't need to have a. Absolutely did not need the extra ceiling space. So we're not going to give it that ceiling space. This is also an A-type room. Okay. Triple. Double bedroom. We'll have the entrance over here. This is the triple bedroom. Alright. There we go. And save that. Okay. Nothing too special with the bedrooms here. We just have multiple different options for bedrooms, which is fine. Okay, what's C4? Also doesn't need that extra space. Okay. Wait, C3 was the triple bedroom, right? Yes. Okay, this one also doesn't need the extra space. Okay. This one's the medium library. If the naming convention is TNT, C1, C2V, C2A, C2, C3, TNT. Yeah, unfortunately, no. These are the different ones. And there's also S's for some reason, which I don't understand why there's S's. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is where the genius naming convention just kind of falls apart for some reason. Yeah, I guess you can't win them all. Okay. This is the medium library. There we go. Which is still an A-type room. We still haven't had the necessity for the higher ceilings yet. So until we do, these will continue to be the A-type. These will still be A-type rooms. C5 is not available. Okay. Fine. Let's begin the D1s then. I'm gonna be mad at this. Oh, finally! Something that requires a higher ceiling. Except it's only because of this weird thing. You know what? I'll accept it. Okay. Finally, an actual B-type room, which is the master bedroom. Okay. B. Master bedroom. We'll have the entrance over here. Why not? Master bedroom. Okay. And then this needs to be bigger. There we go. Finally, a need for the higher ceilings. Okay. Okay. And then structure D2 is this guy. Does this actually need the higher ceiling? This can go away. Does this actually need the higher ceilings? Let's check. Ooh, it does. Okay, there we go. There we go. Starting to get some good ones. What is deet? That's the loft bedroom. It's a B-type. Okay. So for this guy, I think it would be really cool to have a secret entrance in the closet. This is the loft bedroom. Okay. And for this one, ooh, okay. So what we could do here is maybe 2 different types of secret entrances inside the closet. Okay. So let's go up here. Okay. This is the B-type loft bedroom. And then up here, we're going to generate the exact same thing. But this time, this one's going to have the one with the secret entrance. And that secret entrance is, first of all... Oh, no. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. No! Okay. I did not mean to do that. Oh, no. Woodland Mansion. / 1x2 D2. Okay, there we go. Okay. So then what we're going to do here is we're going to scoot this closet back a block. 105, 121, make it 100. Up to this corner. 101, 124, 122. And we're going to want the northwest direction. So we're going to scoot it back to here. There we go. Move the closet. And then this closet is going to have just a straight up hole in the floor. And this closet is going to have a hole in the wall. And then, because we're going to be automatically procedurally placing walls, I don't want to have to worry about the closet being there. So, what we're going to do is... this is going to be really cheating, but it's how we're going to do things. We're going to place a dark oak door right here. And if you open that door, it's going to automatically punch out the wall on that side. Oh, but what if it's rotated? Shoot. Okay. So then we need to place repeating command blocks somewhere. We can actually hide them under the bed here. That could totally work. So then if this door ever gets opened, it should automatically punch out the walls that are needed. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we need 4 different repeating command blocks for each of those 4 different situations. So we're gonna have this door right here and we need to also make it relative. Okay. So we go 1 in the positive x. Oh, shoot. That's going to be different now. Dang it. Oh, this is going to make things so much more difficult. How do we make that functional then? Shoot. Because if this thing's direct, because the command blocks to specify direction are also going to be... No, that also means everything else is directional. Wait, did we have that situation come up already? Yeah, we did that with the chiseled bookshelves already. And we decided to ditch that idea. But does that come up anywhere else? I don't think so. Okay, we're good then. Never mind. Because everything else is positional. But these doors are directional, which is going to make a big difference. So if we're going to do that, let's see. You know what? This will just be a troll secret entrance. Because even though okay, so the room doesn't look like it, but at the along all of the walls, there's going to be there's just going to be this. Like this is just going to be covering up all the walls in between all the rooms here. In fact, that's one of the brilliant parts about Woodland Mansions, is that everything's on a 7x7 grid, and then the walls are placed in between. And all the larger rooms are 15x15 to make up for the fact that there's walls in between. So, absolutely brilliant, and makes things really, really easy to make things modular like that. However, it does mean that we have to account for those walls, and I think this would be really funny to have as just as a haha, get trolled. I think that'd be funny. This is the actual secret entrance. Which also does mean that anyone looking up is going to immediately see a hole in the floor. But, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Good enough. We have a troll. We have a troll secret entrance. Okay. So that's the secret one. So we'll just mark that as a troll secret entrance. There we go. Okay, cool. Secret closet. It is now 9:30. It is past the point at which I said we would end the stream. So I guess we can continue this another time, or ideally I would just get this done before the next stream, and then next stream we'll be figuring out how to actually link up the rooms together. Or ideally, I'd even have that done because that takes a lot of research. But yeah, we'll check back on you next week. And Agent X, if you would like to chat, then please we can chat on Discord. So hope y'all enjoyed, and I hope y'all enjoyed these brand new headphones. Hope the audio quality was okay. And yeah. I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye. Went off with a bang.